Hello and welcome back to the Private Label Masters YouTube channel. My name is Tim. If you're new here, we talk everything Amazon private label. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you like the video, hit the like button too. This way you know instantly right when a new video like this drops. Now today, the topic we're going to be speaking about is two words: social proof. What comes to your mind when you think of social proof in relation to Amazon? Now, I would say for the large majority of people, the thing that comes to mind when they hear social proof in Amazon is product reviews. Product reviews. Is that what you were thinking about? Well, today we're not going to talk at all about product reviews when it comes to this type of social proof. In this video, I'm going to talk about a different type of social proof, how you go about obtaining this social proof, and how you go about maintaining it. Now, let me tell you a quick story, and maybe you can relate. It's time to buy somebody a gift, right? You have this gift in mind. You're like, okay, so my friend, it's got this garden, and I know she or he loves gardening, so I want to get them something for their garden. So you kind of have been thinking about it, and you see one of your neighbors or on TV, they have these garden hoses, right? Almost, it seems like new technology or something where they almost like inflate. You've seen those and they like expand. You're like, you know what? I'm going to get my friend that. A useful gift. I know they need it. So you go to the hardware store or wherever, the local store, and you go to the section where they have the garden hoses. And you realize all of a sudden that there isn't just one of these expandable hose types. There are like tens of them. It almost feels like there are hundreds of them. So you have a few options, right? You can go there and look at every spec, right? And there's people who do this. Not the large majority of people do this, but there are people who will look at every single spec. Some people will be like, hey, mister who works in this section, which one do you recommend? That's another small amount. But for the large majority of people, imagine you walk in and it says, this is the best-selling hose of its kind. For most people, that is all they would need to know to pick one of those out. It would be a no-brainer. Yeah, there's the guy who looks at the specs. Yeah, there's the guy who randomly asks somebody what they think. But when they see something that says the number one seller, they say, okay, if that many people are willing to buy this thing, I'm willing to place my bets on it too, that it will work and it'll be a good gift. Let's go with that one. Now, sometimes at some of these stores, they'll actually have like the recommended one by the company, like top choice recommended by XYZ store. And that makes the decision a little bit easier too. You're like, they wouldn't just choose that if it was not a good one, right? And so sometimes that's enough too. You're just like, I'm going to go with that one. Well, what's interesting to note is that Amazon has a very similar system, all right? And we're going to talk about two badges of social proof that they give products. The first one being the Amazon Choice Badge, right? That's basically like that store that said, this is the one we recommend to choose, right? Now, the second badge that we're going to talk about is called the Best Seller Badge. And just as in that story that I told you about, the top seller, the one that says, like, clearly this one everyone buys, and you're like, that's good enough for me, we're going to talk about the Best Seller Badge. We're going to talk about which of these two badges have I seen to be more powerful, how they both kind of work, and if there's any methods on how to be able to get one of these badges on your listing. Now, in order to really deep dive this topic, we're going to jump into the computer. I'm going to go on Amazon and give you a little tutorial, okay? So let's dive in. So here we are on Amazon, and the way most people search, right, is they're looking for an item. So let's say we're looking for, a garlic press. And you will see instantly, that bestseller badge pop up. Boom, right there, bestseller badge, right? And there is a lot of other nice products. There's ones with even more reviews, but there is something when you see that bestseller badge that says like, this thing everybody buys. I got a lot of faith in it. And you scroll down a little further and you'll see also on the page right here, Amazon's Choice. So these are the two we're talking about, the bestseller badge and the Amazon Choice badge. Now, first off, which of these two have I seen to be more powerful? That would be the bestseller badge. Because sometimes people look at the Amazon Choice badge and they're like, maybe that's Amazon just trying to push one product, maybe they have a little overstock, or maybe it seems like someone could pay for that badge. I've seen when I've had both of them, the bestseller badge is way more powerful. Okay? And let's dive right now into the first one, which is Amazon Choice badge. Okay? So when we look at the Amazon Choice badge, what is unique about the Amazon Choice badge is that it only shows up for specific keywords. Unlike the bestseller badge, which is when you get it, whenever someone searches and they see your product, that bestseller badge will come up. The Amazon Choice badge is related to specific keywords. Okay, so if we hover over it, we can see if someone types in garlic press, it shows the Amazon Choice badge, right? But now if I were to type in something like garlic press stainless steel, right? Let's see if another product, see, totally different product. This one has the Amazon Choice badge, right? We see for garlic press stainless steel. So if we were to scroll down, there's a chance we might still see that one right here. Yep, here it is, OXO, right here. But notice it doesn't have the Amazon Choice badge anymore. So that's our first thing that really separates the Amazon Choice badge versus the bestseller badge, is that the Amazon Choice badge is keyword specific. I've seen people say like, I got the Amazon Choice badge, I'm doing something right. But then I encourage them to look to see like, well, what keyword did you get the Amazon Choice badge? And they'll look and they'll realize it's a keyword that has like 10 searches a month and no one ever looks at it. And so it really makes that badge irrelevant. So when you get an Amazon Choice badge, it's important to figure out what keyword that it's being applied to, all right? Because it's not going to be applied to every keyword. Now, after your listing is on the market a lot or a while and it's selling really well, there is the opportunity to get Amazon Choice badge for many different keywords, all right? And your kind of reach with that tag or that social proof goes a lot further, okay? But remember, Amazon Choice badge is keyword specific. And also you can look at other sellers and just hover over it and it'll say like what the Amazon Choice badge is for. And if you click on their listing, a lot of times it'll say like Amazon Choice here and it'll tell you what keyword it's for. So we can see right here. Here it is. Amazon Choice badge is for the garlic press stainless steel keyword, okay? And sometimes you'll look on your listing. If you're a newer seller, you'll see you got this and you feel great. But again, look to see what the keyword is and then kind of do a little extra keyword research to see like, does this actually get search volume? And if not, I wouldn't celebrate too early. However, if you do got it for a major keyword in your niche, that's pretty exciting. Now the question is, how do you get the Amazon Choice keyword? And this is one of those things that's still, unfortunately, a mystery. Some people say, well, it has to do with conversion rates or sales or a mixture of the two. And maybe if you go through Alexa and buy it, then that's the one. And it's like all these different things. Basically, nobody really knows, okay? And what I have seen is most often it's going to be a combination of things. And typically it's whatever product is usually going to have really high conversion rates, selling really well, getting good reviews, and consistently. That's the one for that keyword that's going to get that Amazon Choice badge. Now, of course, if you're looking at very broad keywords, like when we start to get a little more specific with the keyword, like garlic press stainless steel, it's a little easier to get those keywords to get Amazon Choice badge. Whereas if you just type in garlic press and there's tons of different products, it's a lot harder to get those ones and hold it down. All right, so that's our first piece of information. The Amazon Choice badge is keyword specific. You can look on your listing and see if it shows up what the keyword is Reverse engineer it to see how much the search volume is before you go celebrate and pat yourself on the back. The Amazon Choice Badge is very powerful, and over time you can get quite a few of them. Now, here's an interesting point too, is when you can you get a listing that has the best seller badge and the Amazon Choice Badge? You can. Do both badges show up? No, only one badge shows up. Guess which one of the two shows up, the Amazon Choice Badge or the best seller badge? The answer is the Amazon Choice Badge. So in Amazon's eyes, the Amazon Choice Badge is more powerful. So if you got a listing that has both of them, then your best seller badge gets hidden behind the Amazon Choice Badge. Okay. Let's talk about the best seller badge now, though. Best seller badge is the most powerful social proof there is. It's more powerful than reviews. It's more powerful than the Amazon Choice tag. It's the one you want. Okay. I have seen on products where sometimes in a certain niche or whatever that I have the best seller badge, my sales will increase by 25, 30%. And that's because when someone's coming down here, they're looking, they're like, which one of these do I want to buy? It is so easy for them to just pick that one because it's the one everyone's picking. All right. And you can see here, even though all these other ones have way more reviews, this is the one that's the top seller. There's no different in price. It's actually like 2 cents cheaper. This one looks like it even comes with extra items. It looks like this is a garlic press peeler. This is something to clean it out. Yeah, this guy still sells more. And it's going to continue to sell more as it has this bestseller tag. Now, here's a couple tips on getting the bestseller badge on your product, okay? Let me give you an example. We're going to go here to, I'm just going to type in picture frames, okay? And of course, there's going to be a bestseller on here too. So I scroll down here, Amazon Choice. And if there's not, then typically the one with the Amazon Choice is the bestseller. Yep, so this guy's probably the bestseller and he has Amazon Choice Badge, okay, for picture frames. Let me try a different one. Let's say like picture frames. Let's search by 8.5 or 8 by 10 and see if, okay, so here is a bestseller, right? Let's click on this listing and I want to show you, this is how you get the bestseller badge. Every single listing, if you scroll down to the details information, you're going to see here, there is under bestseller rank, there is a main category, home and kitchen, and then there's always a subcategory. We see the subcategory here is wall and tabletop picture frames, and it's ranked number 1, all right? So there is your key. To get the bestseller badge, you have to be number 1 in a subcategory. Now let's take a look here. Let's take a look in the subcategory. We can glean a little bit more information from this. So if we look here, it shows number 1, number 2, number 3, everything down for this entire subcategory. And the key thing on who gets the bestseller badge for the subcategory is who has the best BSR. Now, if you don't know what BSR stands for, it's bestseller rank, and every single product on Amazon has this. Now we look here, and this is the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. I like to use that one in Viral Launch, and sometimes I also use Helium 10. All of them work well. But you can see here, the bestseller badge is 187, all right? And the next bestseller, the bestseller rank, is 187. The next product is 282. The next one is 559. In order for this product to become the number 1, it has to overtake this one's bestseller. So it would have to be anything below 187, okay? And then it would get the bestseller badge. Now, if you look here over on the side, there are multiple subcategories that relate to this type of product. We got here document frames, magnetic frames, poster frames, sculpture frames, wall and tabletop frames. If you're number 1 in any of these subcategories, you get the bestseller badge. So here is a small tip. When you go to put your listing on Amazon, it's important to look at what subcategory you're going to list your product in. Some subcategories are way more competitive, and it would be almost impossible for you to get that bestseller badge. Whereas other subcategories, they're not as competitive, and there's a higher chance that you can get that bestseller badge. Now, also important to note, just because you can list, you want to get into a different subcategory to get that bestseller badge, but if it doesn't relate to your product, don't do it, because Amazon's just going to switch you out, and it doesn't matter. So don't bank on that. However, some products can, to a reasonable degree, fit and are related to multiple subcategories. And if your product is like that, then you have the advantage of choosing the one that is the least competitive. So let's say here, a document frame, for example, could probably also go in wall and tabletop frames, but I bet document frames is way less competitive. Here's how we can tell. This one is at 187 in home and kitchen, all right, for wall and tabletop frames. Let's see what you would have to have in order to get the bestseller badge for document frames. Remember, this is 187. Document frames is 2,207. So you can see here, less competitive. Now, if we go to sculpture and frames and holders, I guarantee it's going to be even less competitive. Remember, this is 4,400. This one is 24,975. So in order to get the bestseller badge for this one, this subcategory, all you have to do is beat this bestseller rank, and you do that by getting more than 221 sales in a month. Compare that to if you were trying to get in the wall and tabletop frames, you would have to be selling, I'm going to guess, way more. Yeah, over 20,000 in sales. So there's your first, or there is a key tip. Look to see if a subcategory relates to your product that is less competitive, where you have the chance of getting that bestseller badge. Now, here's one final tip. If you are fortunate enough to have a product that sells a lot, that can get a bestseller badge like we're talking about. Now, again, not every product you're going to be able to do this. These are for specific products that you have the potential of being number one in a subcategory. Here is another tip that I recommend for you. Look to see where the second or person right behind you is who would threaten to take that bestseller badge. Look to see what their BSR is. So in this situation, this one's 187, this one's 282. It's not that big of a difference. It's about 100 BSR, okay? But as long as you have the bestseller badge, it's good sometimes to play with your price, because people, all they look is for that social proof. And if they see bestseller, they're going to say, like, that's good enough for me. Everyone's buying it. I'm buying it. So make sure to play with that. Now, if you raise it and you still keep getting sales, keep an eye, though, on your BSR. Is that guy in second place catching up to you? If so, you might want to lower your price again to hold on to that bestseller badge. So social proof. Oftentimes we talk about reviews, but the Amazon Choice Badge, which is keyword specific, and the bestseller badge, which I talked about, one clever way that you might be able to get it by looking at different subcategories that your product might be related to, are like the ultimate social proof. We still don't know really what entails getting that Amazon Choice Badge, but we do know it's keyword specific. We do know that Amazon really likes it because if you have the bestseller badge and the Amazon Choice Badge for a keyword, the Amazon Choice Badge shows over the bestseller badge. And if you are fortunate to have a product that can sell enough and get that bestseller badge, you can get 20 to 30% more sales than your competition. Keep an eye, though, on who is number two, because number two is who's going to threaten you for that bestseller badge. Play with your price if you have that bestseller badge too, because since it's the ultimate social proof, people will just buy. Just like you going shopping for your friend with that hose, that garden hose, and you're like, man, I don't know. There's so many of these different things. Yeah, there's going to be those ones who look at the specs, but the large majority are just going to say, like, what's the bestseller? I'm going to go with that one. If you guys are interested in learning more about selling on Amazon, learning how to private label your own products, and you want to learn from me, there's always a link in the description to learn more. You guys take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.